And live action continues here on Field 1 in the girls under-16s competition. The second time these two teams have played. We've got Murri Gummaz purple running right to left and kicking us off the Country Tiddas. So a bit of pink and purple out there, all with white numbers. So Murri Gummaz purple kicked us off in this competition with Toowoomba Tiddas. They took out a 46-0 lead. And then we had at 9 a.m. Murri United taking on Country Tiddas. Murri United beat the Country Tiddas. So the Murri Gummaz purple, one win. And we've got the Country Tiddas looking for their first. But Country Tiddas will get us underway with the kick. And it's gone backward, a bit of an awkward one, but it'll be taken from Murri Gummaz purple. That's Lana Hughes. Hughes takes it up. Watch her, she's in the pink headgear. Slung back though from the Tiddas. Back inside now. The Gummaz are moving up nicely. If you've been watching the broadcast, you'll note there's two Gummaz team. The purple team predominantly from far north Queensland. We've got some girls from the Torres Strait, Yarrabah, I believe Palm Island, Cherbourg, Lockyer, everywhere. I can hear them from the sideline. Jacinta, their coach. They're doing well. The Murri Gummaz, they're on a roll now. And joining me in the commentary, 2023 Community Coach of the Year, Zeke Field. Welcome, my man.
Thanks, mate. No, it's good to see these girls this morning. Both have a couple of tough games. Murri Gummaz obviously running away with it in the end. As we go first kick there with Ross.
Oh, and almost collects. Alice Givia, the number 8. Oh, hold on.
We got a high shot there on Pickett, the fullback. Great first set, getting themselves nearly 100 metres down the field before unfortunately giving that penalty away and letting the Country Tiddas off the hook here as they go to work out for their first touch of the ball.
They're certainly a strong team, the Murri Gummaz, but can't discredit the Country Tiddas. They certainly turned it on in the second half. They've had a game now to prepare themselves, second of the day. So as a coach yourself, Zeke, as well, for the under-16s competition, the Sunshine Coast Bunyas, the level, the quality of the women's game is just on the up and up.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's great to see the girls obviously starting to get some quality coaching as well, and then being able to play footy now from the age of 6 right through. You can definitely see the difference in those girls that are having year-on-year football without, apart from having a bit of a break in there, and as unfortunately the Country Tiddas there. Pass didn't go to hand, let go by Gosling, and Murri Gummaz straight back on the attack.
Play on. Tanapau Nawi, the number 2. Early points for the Gummaz. She scored 2 in the first game. She's in the winger jumper, but she's certainly one to watch. She's a bit of a utility out there.
It just jumped from dummy half, and the Tiddas, the Country Tiddas didn't look like they had time to get back and get set in the defensive line after the error, and she just took great advantage of it. Great little dummy half scoop.
What I love about the Murri Carnival as well, Zeke, is that it just brings together, you know, these different levels, and it's this amalgamation of community footy, but then these women who, you know, really stand out as players that will probably go on to the pathways and to like BMD and those sort of higher comps as well.
Yeah, it is great to see, especially the 16s and then the 18 girls and their ability to move into the Harvey Norman 17s and 19s next year. And hopefully we'll see a few of those 18s girls be pushing for some BMD places, especially with the new teams up here in Queensland next year with Ipswich and Cairns coming on board. I don't want them to be too talented there. I don't want my Sunny Coast girls running into too much trouble. Hopefully we can go one better and make the finals next year.
I think it's great to see a far north Queensland team, like further north than the Cutters and join, because so much talent is in the in far north Queensland. The Torres Strait, there's a massive contingency of islanders that make up the Queensland Murri Carnival every year, but then you've got communities like Yarrabah up there, the Cape, the NPA. Like, there is just talent on talent up there and just not yet the pipelines to support it. So, you know, hopefully the introduction of that additional team will start to funnel some of these Murri Gummaz even through it.
Oh, exactly right. And that's the great thing, that the girls will know that they won't have to leave, as we've got a short kick-off by the Tiddas and
we're
regathered
on
by the 13, Isabel Baker.
And wraps and collects. And you can hear that wind is picking up. The Gummaz drive her back. All right, back inside now. Lily Hedge takes it up. Oh, she offloads it to Gosling. Gosling, another offload out the back. And Aaliyah, the number 6, will settle.
Morado is a little bit slower to dummy half. Still gets the offload. They start putting it through the hands here, the Country Tiddas.
That's all it needs sometimes is hands. You don't need these combinations. I mean, I know the Murri Gummaz, they've got a lot of combinations, but sometimes when it's carnival footy, it just goes back to the hands. Some ball security. And I think that was Rapson again. The number 3 it was. Well, she just gets rid of it. She doesn't want that. Doesn't want the contact. All right, it's on. There's a chip. There's another one. The chase is on. Oh, big defense, though, from the Tiddas. Oh, but they've collected it nicely.
Gummaz having players in motion and not giving up on it. As
the 12 from the Tiddas. Micaiah Dodd was the quickest one out there. Like, she's in the forward pack, but she was running down the Gummaz. Almost took her down too. Belinda Sandow. Or Sandow, sorry.
Plenty of space out there. And
numbers are there. Oh, there's the try scorer. Goes over for her second, 4th of the carnival.
Fortunately, the Country Tiddas had a great kick-off and a half-decent set, but once the ball went to ground and the Gummaz were able to dive on it and advance it about 40-odd metres off the toe before they jumped on it, the Country Tiddas just unable to get back and get a defensive line set, and Gummaz crossed for their second.
It looks like Ross will be taking the kick. Couple of extras. 10 points to 0 is the scoreline here in the under-16s competition. Murri Gummaz purple and Country Tiddas. Second and final game of the day before coming back tomorrow for another hit out on the paddock.
With this gusting wind, it's not going to be an easy one from out a bit wider here.
Oh, I think she's kicking at the wind as well. Oh, she did such a good punt. It's just hit the post and bounced away.
Didn't get the bounce off the uprights. As we saw one earlier today, hit the upright and the crossbar and fell in. That one unable to go that way.
I guess second game of the day as well. Bodies would be certainly feeling it. I think day 2 is generally the worst.
Yeah, tomorrow, and luckily for our 16s today, we get 2 games out for these 16 girls. So 1 game tomorrow, 1 game Friday. So, but yeah, 2 games in a day, you definitely start to feel it, especially since a lot of the girls are up early trying to travel to get here for the first day, having those early 8, 9, 10 o'clock games, and then backing it up with the 2, 3, 4 o'clocks.
It shows the maturity as well. Like, a lot of the Opens players, you know, have 2, 3 games a day, but for our young ones, that's a lot to ask for bodies, like 100 minutes of rugby league for some of these players. And as I say that, it is collected nicely, and she has some wheels on her. The Murri Gummaz fullback, Barrett. Now it's with Savannah.
Attempted little scoot there from our 9 in Janali.
Still got, oh, it's been taken. They've lost it. Here we go, Country Tiddas. need to find some open space. They'll play the left side first. It's with the fullback. Big contact, though, from the 11. Robertson Watton. Oh, felt that from up here.
Body on body.
Lovely. Here we go. Some one-ups. This is what Country Tiddas need to do. Get some confidence in their step.
Start going forward. A couple of quick play the balls and see where they finish up. They've got the wind, which will assist them a bit when they get to their kick here. But they just need to get... The Gummaz are great from marker, so they can't... It's number 11, Robertson Watton, just wrapped the ball up nicely in the tackle, but it popped out, earning the Country Tiddas a penalty here on halfway, and their first sort of chance at an attacking set.
This is good from the Country Tiddas. Look, it took them about 10 minutes to warm up, but I think they're starting to gel together nicely now. As I say that, some little offloads. That was, I thought was forward, but doesn't matter. She's been taken into touch.
And under some heavy contact there, unfortunately. As
I think
Taya Murado.
Yeah.
Just trainers are just attending to her there on the sideline. Hopefully she's all right. Unfortunately, the Country Tiddas bench being on the opposite side of the field. We've got the trainers heading all the way across.
So a little bit of respite. While I believe Taya Murato, the 17 from Country Tiddas, she took some big impact. Urgency, though, from Murri Gummaz to take her into touch.
They're just swarming in defence, the Gummaz. These girls definitely turn up and have great line speed. And as we've got the bench down here below us, we can hear, as you need to do in carnival football, consistent changes on the bench. 3 5-minute stints. Just keep rolling the bench and rolling your middles around, so that way no one gets too tired and everyone's able to have a good impact the entire time they're on the field there.
And Zeke, as you said that, I've sort of looked, so every team have a squad of 25, which you hope to fill, because like you just said, you want to be rotating through your medals, especially when it's a carnival. But I look over to Country Tiddas, and even on the team sheet, they don't have the full 25 contingency. So, you know, I just take my hat off to these girls. They're rallying around each other, and, you know, losing players at this point essentially means they don't have a bench. I think there might be one on at the moment. And now Taya Murato, she's upstanding. She's off the field and getting some medical attention. But
yeah, and hopefully it's nothing too sinister and she's able to come back, as Rachel Oakley got the Murri Gummaz going forward as Robertson Watton takes a second carry there, and unfortunately unable to play the ball correctly, which just takes the foot off there and gives Country Tiddas a chance and to catch their breath. As we said, yeah, you look over and the bench is quite bare for the girls, and hopefully Taya's all right, so that way she can offer someone some respite at some point.
It's such a big one on the mental game as well. Physical, obviously, but just mentally knowing or not knowing that there's someone on the bench that can relieve you just makes you work that little bit harder. So I think it's both a blessing and a curse, I would say.
Yeah, correct. There's been plenty of times I've watched footy teams that have played with only 13 against 19 and put a dominant performance because they know that there is no one there. But yeah, other times it works that you cop those little niggles or anything like that.
Great for match fitness as well, as Micaiah Dodd, the 12, takes it to halfway. Oh, they'll play the short side. Piggott, a little scoot from dummy. Some bodies in there from the Gummaz.
Yeah, caught a couple of Gummaz girls there napping with that little scoot. Their markers have been working quite well. As you can see here, the defensive line just gets up.
Here we go. There's a little bit of shape on the right-hand side for the Tiddas, but it looks like we'll go for a kick.
Yeah, last tackle going the kick. Just wheeled in nicely there by the Gummaz winger. And she's taken down 32 metres out.
That's a great... Sorry, Zeke. I was going to say, it's a great completed set. As I say that,
Bella Barrett just picks up from 35 metres out from her own try line. Steps through 3 of them in the middle and scores underneath the post. It's a great solo try.
Bella Barrett, the number 1, she beat the ref there. Bit of work to do, and I was just saying it was on the back of a great completed set from Country Tiddas. But just having to turn around so quick and defend, there were gaps there, and a gap is what you can't give Bella Barrett because she will just jet.
Yeah, she definitely had some pace. So writing that down on my notebook because we play the Murri Gummaz Purple tomorrow.
Yeah, this is probably great for you. Get some match insights.
Bit of insight. Don't have to sit on the fence. I get the nice high view here in the commentary position and able to see who's going to be coming at us.
I would say 25 of them. They are pretty faultless at the moment. Like, there's been a couple of errors in here, but I've got to say Murri Gummaz, the pink and purple, are certainly making a name for themselves in the girls under 16 competition. Murri United as well came away with a win. So there's some teams here that I think after tomorrow we'll start to see some clear difference, I would say, between them. But look at the way they're going, 14 points to 0. Extra couple in front of the sticks.
Never a guarantee.
And
unfortunately,
the wind as well.
Not with the wind,
no.
But she's done well and slotted it. They're up to 16 points to 0. Murri Gummaz Purple over the Country Tiddas.
I think if I was a Country Tiddas, I'd really be taking advantage of that wind behind you. It changes a lot when you're running into the wind, especially when you're already on the back foot. So I would be belting this ball as deep as they can and not giving the Gummaz any more chances here.
No, just trying not to give them any territory that they don't earn. But as we saw there through Bella Barrett, they can quite quickly turn you inside out if you're not concentrating on what's happening. So, and as happens quite regularly here at the QMC, we've got the Murri Gummaz bringing their kick and tee out for our Country Tiddas. Everyone's more than happy to share and help each other out, which is always good.
Yeah, it's so much more than just rugby league out at the Murri Carnival. You know, it's culture, it's family, community, camaraderie. Like, it's just, you can't beat it. So if you're in Southeast Queensland, come out to the Albany Crushers. Look, games are going till 4 p.m. today with the final kickoff at 4 p.m. Tomorrow, Friday and Saturday as well. So the Tiddas have gone for a shorter kickoff. And look, we were just talking about it. You can't afford to give them any more territory. Nawi, the try scorer, offloads it. They're still going. Murri Gummaz, there was about 3 little offloads in the space of a metre.
That's it. Coach killers if you're not playing confident footy.
Speaking of confidence, there's not a lot to her. But I tell you what, Daisy Combo, Gad, a unit. Oh, solid contact from the Tiddas. Great urgency there to wrap the Gummaz, stop them in their tracks, stop the momentum a little bit. But here we go. Oh, we're on here. 22, Rachel Oakley for the Gummaz.
Just running too hard there. No one wanted to put their body on the line in front. And she was able just to stroll over beside the post.
And like, as I look down to the sideline for the Murri Gummaz Purple, I can see they're being coached by Jacinta, who's actually the founder of Murri Gummaz, but also played in the Opens competition. And the game before this, one of the Bayside sisters was either from the Opens competition, was either the trainer or the coach. So it's just like this ecosystem where, you know, you've got players stepping down to help the juniors in coaching roles, and at the Opens Carnival, we saw a lot of these young girls coming up and helping as well. So it's just this big knowledge-sharing system, which is just so, yeah, it's just great to see.
As we had the extra 2 points there, and yeah, it is good to see that these clubs are able to bond and grow, and it's not separate. Even though we run the senior and junior carnivals across separate days, that one of these girls and boys are filtering across both and helping out their senior teams, and then those senior players coming back to give back to their junior players and help foster that culture of what their club's all about, and share their culture to have more and more crossover between them. So we've got Jacinta down here barking some orders and making some positional changes. Just 6 minutes to go till half time as the Country Tiddas will kick off again through their number 13, Isabella Baker.
From what it was this morning as well in those earlier games, the wind has certainly picked up. Like you can't really see on the broadcast, but it's blowing a gale down here.
Yeah, it was definitely something that I didn't think was going to happen and did not pack a jumper. But the 4 o'clock game this afternoon, no doubt, will be quite chilly here in the shade. But
how's that for first contact? That could set the tone here.
As it does. 2 great tackles there by the Country Tiddas. Not really giving the Gummaz many metres, but as we've seen, two tackles doesn't constitute a set as the Gummaz start to get on the front foot there and make a few extra metres. And they go the early kick over the top.
The chase is on. The Gummaz are there. Oh, the Tiddas collected it nicely. Sienna Langton, picked that one up. Great to see the urgency. Oh, that's a bit of individual brilliance there from the 15, Aaliyah Michael. They're building, I've got to say. I watched the Country Tiddas first game this morning and, it's like night and day. They're doing such good work as a unit. They're really working their outside backs now. As I say that, unfortunately they've lost it out in left field.
4 minutes to go. Knowing you've got not many on the bench, you're just going to walk slowly to the scrum. Hopefully only give the Gummaz one more opportunity and you can finish strong in the half. Go into the half-time break to regroup. Come back out in the second half. Gummaz being on the front foot, they're racing to the scrum to try and get it packed. So set out deep here to the left-hand side.
All right, Gummaz are on. Oh, another early chip. The chase is there. Oh, it's collected. Nope, it's picked up from Barrett. Oh, heartbreak.
It's almost like it was given to them as a challenge that they had to score off a kick. Got to go second tackle kick and then kick it straight off the back of the scrum.
It's like it's on a bingo card or something Jacinta's given them.
Yeah, correct. Red zone highlights.
Challenge achieved. Challenge accepted, but who was it? I think it was Ross, the halfback, who kicked it.
Yeah, and unfortunately the Tiddas just that overhead grab and great chase from the Gummaz hitting her just below the ribs. The ball just popped up. Barrett was there just to jump on it.
It's real class from the Murri Gummaz, I've got to say, and we've spoken about it throughout the broadcast because I think that each year it gets better, but the game IQ of some of these girls, particularly in those key playmaker positions like the halfbacks, even the hookers and the fullbacks as well, like they've just got this, I don't know, it's NRLW-esque, some of these players.
And as we said, it's never a certainty under the posts as that conversion there from Nawe waved away. Murri Gummaz lead 26 points to 0 with 2 minutes to go to the half time.
And I love this effort though from the Country Tiddas. Like we mentioned it before, and you'd probably want to try and take advantage and, not expend too much of the energy before half time, but they're running. Like there's so much respect that they're giving to the Murri Gummaz.
Correct, they still want to play footy, which is great to see the girls there. Even though they're down on numbers, they're not here to take a backward step at all. They're getting set. They want to get at least another touch of the footy before half time. So expect a big defensive set. I reckon a short kick off here to the right hand side, aiming for that sideline. Using the wind finally.
Oh,
paid off.
Beautiful.
I'll turn the microphone off so the coach stops listening.
Yeah, that was beautiful from the Tiddas.
Yeah, so a great kick there. They found touch. They'll get the final touch here of the half, and we'll see what they can muster here. With a minute to go to half time, let's see if the Gummaz can keep their score sheet clean as we come to the right through the 15.
I'd love to see the Tiddas put some points on here too. That'll just give them that boost, I think, going into half time. Little one out here. Run it straight. There it is.
Okay.
Micaiah Dodd, the 12.
She's probably been her and Isabella Baker, the two best for the country Tiddas at the moment.
Yeah, Micaiah's a workhorse. Alira Piggott, the fullback. Small but mighty.
Take 10 metres out there. It's coming out through the hands. Lily Hedge.
Oh, and it's been
stripped.
Stripped, there we go.
So with 10 seconds to go till half time, the country Tiddas will get one last roll of the dice here. The way that Gummaz are set, I'd go the quick tap and come to the right through the hands. No, just going to try and barge our way over, but as they have been whole half, Gummaz numbers in the tackle and keep the country Tiddas to 0 here at half time.
So Murri Gummaz purple will take us into halftime with a 26-point lead to country Tiddas. After a very short half time, the Murri Gummaz Purple Country Tiddas are ready to leave it all on the field. 25 more minutes to go in this girls under 16 competition. This will be the second and final day of both teams before they return tomorrow with one game. So they're getting the harder day, I would say, Zeke, out of the way, or the more physically challenging.
Yeah, definitely playing that early game and then having to back it up in the afternoon makes it a tougher day, as I can see my team slowly putting their boots back on for a 3 o'clock kickoff. They were told 2:30, but as
Murri
we know,
time.
yeah, that teenagers, Murri time, all those sort of things just make things a little bit slower. So they'll slowly get them rallied together over there. I can see my trainers and that doing a great job trying to get them motivated to come and warm up. But yeah, no, today is definitely the tougher day. Tomorrow you can have a bit of sleep in, roll in half an hour before the game, get what you need done, get a nice warm up here. As I can see the two from Murri Gummaz Purple in Nawe, it'll come short side. No, she was waving at him to come this way, but just picked up straight away there with Marie Ross, who's just making great meters through the centre of the field.
And this is something amazing about Nawe. She's in the two, but unfortunately, they've had an injury in one of their halves, so she's actually shifted into, I guess, a 5'8" position. So a bit of a utility player, which we've seen, and as I say that, Murri Gummaz go over within seconds of this second half here.
I think it was Grethel Maru who's crossed over there in the corner. Langton had a great tuckle around her lower leg, but she was just too close to the line and just able to, when she went to ground, was just over the try line. So fast start from the Gummaz, troubling the scorer once more.
That's a solid start too. Like, when you're on the back foot, I mean, early points certainly give you that little bit of confidence, which I was hoping Country Tiddas would come out swinging. But look, we saw them against Murri United earlier today, and the second half was their best. So, yeah, 24 minutes ahead. There's plenty more game time for these Country Tiddas to come out and really show us what they can do.
As the wind's almost definitely helping her there with the booters. She puts it just below the crossbar, unsuccessful. A much better effort than, unfortunately, what she had from in front just before half-time. But still, much better than I'd be doing. Kicking is not something that I'd ever signed up for.
We've seen, actually, across the carnival so far, we've seen the most unsuspecting kickers just launch it, or just straight over the black dot from the sideline, like one of their front rows, or like it's becoming, yeah, quite popular. But Murri's, like, what can't they do?
Correct.
Looks like they'll go for the short one too, Zeke.
Yeah, it's the nice, just straight and direct at that sideline there. Just hoping that the touch judge acts like a bit of a defender. No.
Look, there's sort of two things you need with a short kickoff. The short kickoff and the chase. And unfortunately, the chase just wasn't there.
No, not this time. And no, we picked it up nicely as now we go through Hegarty Silla. Bringing it back to the middle there for the Gummaz. Just another quick play of the ball to Sandow.
Oh, here we go. She's dancing with the defence here. She could be on. Belinda Sandow.
Great defence there by the number 5, Summer Simpson from the Country Tiddas. Just stopped her in her tracks.
Had to scramble there too. Gummaz will shift left. Oh, here we go. She straightens up. Oh, and she hammers that down over the white line. Ada Marie Ross. She'll go over for her first.
She was very damaging in their first set that they had. This first carry.
Reckon she put a divot in that grass. She
was
slammed that gavel down.
Aggressively placed over the white line.
But these Gummaz play with a lot of aggression too. Like, that's sort of, I think, a bit of an edge to them too. Like, they're not running sideways, they're running straight. And
yeah, Plenty of aggression and passion in those
Yeah,
girls.
and when I was calling the game earlier with Thule, like we looked at it and, you know, they're not running into gaps. These women are running at bodies. Like they just love contact.
So we're setting up for another kick from just beside the uprights this time.
Oh, there you go.
Straight through, and the ball ends straight into Sunny Coast Bunya's camp over there.
Well, that could be a bit of a...
Might not come back.
Yeah.
The ball kid was already pretty much looked like he was set up underneath one of the gazebos waiting for it. And,
That's all right. Lucky the Arthur Beaton Foundation are one of the big sponsors of the QMC. I'm sure they'll be putting a lot more balls back into the carnival.
Correct.
Brad's probably back there just pocketing them, putting them in the car.
Getting them ready for next year.
The Bunyas have been probably one of the larger units of the carnival. Like they've got almost have teams, I think, in every division.
Yeah, this year was the women, open women, the only side we didn't have in this year. We had 212 sides,
wow.
14, 16, 18 boys and girls, and 2 open men's teams. So 10 sides all up, which our committee and admin staff do a great job with to get all those players on the field, which is good to see, and good to see so many people getting their opportunity to play at the carnival.
And growing every year too. So it looks like the Tiddas will go for the short kick. That's all right. Short enough. Into the hands of the hooker, McAvoy Turpin. All right, Murri Gummaz is shifting forward. I tell you what, the D-line is a little bit disjointed. I'd love to see them come up together, and this is sort of where the fray begins, and the hole's open for Murri Gummaz to start to shoot through. They're working hard, though. Oh, she finds the offload.
Straight to Ross, who's always there on the spot.
Back with Nawi before Nawi offloads it
That's
to
Sullivan.
Summer Sullivan.
Gummaz just been able to go through a few plays here and test out some things to make sure they're working for some later games at this point by the look. But credit to the country Tiddas. They are not giving up. They're still turning up on every play, doing their best to defend what these pretty well drilled Gummaz girls are throwing at them.
And look, I just had to check with Jacinta whether the bloodlines for Nawi go back to. I thought there might be some Islander in her, and I was correct. She's from Murri and St Paul's up in the Torres Strait. And we've mentioned it, like these far north Queensland pathways that are starting to provide to, you know, our most northern players.
There's Nawi there with the extra 2, with a little bit of help from the crossbar. She lands it on top, and it rolls over the backside of it there to extend the Murri Gummaz lead.
40 points to 0 now. But Nawi, big shout out to all the Pumley watching up in Zenith Kes.
But as we say, the Tiddas aren't taking a backward step here. They're still jogging back up for the kickoff. Still getting set to give something to try here.
And that's it. That's the beauty. It's what we see in, you know, Murri Carnival year on year, is just the grit from some of these players, the passion as well. They might not be the best team in the carnival, but you know, it's all heart and passion across the board.
The try scorer gets it here for the first run after the kickoff, and pulled down 42 metres out from her own try line.
If I scored a try, I would be on the bench. Like, I would be having a breather.
One and done.
One and done, but no. Summer Sullivan backs it up. These Gummaz. Here's another one, the 22. Rachel Oakley. Oh,
Great tip.
Oakley, tip on. Oh, we're on here. Comes from Haggerty Silla to Sandow. Oh.
She nearly celebrated too early, and the Tiddas didn't give up on it, trying to make the tackle over the try line there, but she was able to get the ball down still.
I love the tip on the Murri Gummaz.
Very good at keeping the ball alive, yes.
Yeah. Like, they could probably settle in a lot of these positions, but I love that they just go that extra, and they've sort of got the skill to be able to do it. You see other teams sort of throw probably one too many, where they should have settled.
Yeah, very much. These Gummaz girls got those basic skills down great and able to, the ball goes to hand majority of the time.
I think the biggest thing here is to shut down the offload. So bodies in the tackle, one down, one up, wrapping that ball around.
Yeah, very much so. They're
so take that into your game tomorrow.
that'll be the chat for the girls, is to make sure that we're just wrapping the ball up. As Nawi, it comes off the side of the boot, unfortunately, and unable to add the extras this time. With Gummaz leading 44 points to 0.
Like, there's been some breakaway tries, like Bella Barrett in the first half, you know, like 80 metre run, huge. But a lot of these tries following have come off the offload. Like, that's something, hopefully, I think that teams, you know, start to identify moving forward. It'll sort of push the Gummaz to work.
Yeah, just doing the same as what the Gummaz do in defence. They've got plenty of numbers in all their defensive efforts. Not that, unfortunately, they've had to defend a whole lot in this second half, which hopefully the Country Tiddas will get the ball back shortly to be able to show us what they've got in attack.
Here we go. They'll try the right side. They like the left, but they'll give the others a turn. And here we go. A kick from Murri. Sorry, from Mackay Dodd. We'll get us started, and look at those legs. They're just pumping on Rachel Oakley. Playing the right side. Some one up. Over halfway now. That's Hurry. Oh, how's this for space? And pace. But defense there from Isabella Baker.
She's unfortunately.
And Baker's taking a bit of an uncomfortable fall there. Look, she's coming to her feet, which is good to see. But she looks like she's heading off.
A bit sore on the shoulder there. It was a great tackle. Got underneath the ball with some good assistance over the top from the 11. Being able to stop any offload.
So I believe after the couple of injuries they've had and the player taking the field, they now have no bench. The Country Tiddas.
They've played this whole half with 12. So it's a great testament to the girls continuing to fight and want to stay out there and do what they can and just continue to turn up for each other and show that they're here to play football and put their best foot forward.
And like, we've had 15 minutes and there's not too many points that have been conceded with a team of 12. That's huge.
As we go there, another kick and gets the bounce.
My God. Ross, the halfback.
Great chip and chase.
Oh, she's been busy though.
Had it on a string. The bounce just popped right up in front of her.
Murri Gummaz purple now with a 48-0 lead over the Country Tiddas.
10 minutes to go in the second half here. The Tiddas just need to rally here together, do what they've been doing and keep turning up, but they'll set the goal as six solid tackles and see what we can do when we get the football.
And following this game at 3 o'clock kickoff, we'll have the Sunshine Coast Bunyas, coached by the deadly Zeke, taking on Murri United in the under-16 competition. And then following at 4 p.m, the Minderable Suns will take on Murri Gummaz Pink. And that'll round out day one for the Junior Carnival before action kicks off tomorrow at 8 a.m. So Nawi seems to have earned herself the kicker position.
Yeah, adding the extras there again. This is,
It'll take him to half a century, 50-0. I like this. The country Tiddas are shifting it up a little bit.
new kicker.
They're going left to right. They've got to keep these Gummaz on their toes.
Get 10.
There it is. Oh, it's taken though from Nawi. Kaske, my sister, off she goes. Shout out to whoever Nawi's parents are, her bloodlines, her genes. My dear sister from St. Paul's and Murri Island. Straight off the kickoff, Zeke. I said I'm speechless, but I could talk a lot about her. That's a hat trick for Nawi.
Yeah, great hands, great pick up. Just hit the ball at 100 miles an hour, and no one was in front of her. She did quite well there, and to score a hat trick's no mean feat in any game of football. So
I think it's the first one that I've called, potentially the first one for the under 16 girls too.
She lines up now to try and convert her own try.
She is a solid player. Hopefully one we see in that Cairns team, or, you know, the North Queensland Cowboys as well. They have a huge contingent of Torres Strait Islander women and Aboriginal women as well.
Yes, they do, which is great to see. And yeah, with the Northern Pride coming online, hopefully she can get within those Northern Pride development squads at 17 and 19 and work her way into their BMD side in a couple of years to come.
Too deadly, these under 16 women.
Yeah, just under 15 minutes till kick-off of my game. That's going to be me for this game. I'm going to duck down and get a final message to the girls as I can see they're getting through their warm-up over there. And then I'll be just down below you here in the coach's box before I return at 4 o'clock for the final game of the afternoon.
Thank you, Zeke. It's been a pleasure. Oh, there she is. A hat trick will do. Still going. Back with the country Tiddas now. Oh, here we go. We've got some momentum building. Sammy Rapson, the number 3. Numbers to the left and right. Shifting right in front of the posts. Charlie Campbell, sorry. Oh, and Charlie seems to be injured there. She's clutching her head, so she's taken a bit of a hit there. And they were on such a roll too, the country Tiddas. This was the best field position they've had in this half. And there's, 7 minutes left here. I can see Charlie getting some attention now. And look, if she's going off, the team will be forced to play with 11, which is tough. 12 is tough. 11 is even tougher. So I'm hoping some additional cavalry come tomorrow, or some of the injured girls maybe can come back tomorrow. And it's QRL standard, so if it is a head injury, she'll be going off for a HIA. So get the girls a little bit of relief, but we'll take a break here as time will continue, and we'll be right back. And valiant effort from the number 9 for Country Titters, Charlie Campbell. Oh, sorry, I think it's actually the 8. Oh, my eyes are deceiving me a little bit here. And I almost am certain that it is the 9. So she's going off to get some medical attention here. And the Titters, look, they've lost players this match, but they haven't given up yet. They're a resilient bunch, these Country Titters, and we'll see them again tomorrow. They're shifting short side. Marker's not square. We'll get a penalty here. This is another opportunity for the Titters. They've got great field position, 54 points to 0. It will give them a lot of confidence going into tomorrow, day 2, with some points on. Riley Robinson will take the first hit up, the number 11 there for Country Titters. Bit of shape out to the left. But she'll dart straight back in. Oh, eyes up footy here. She could be on the 15. Has she found the line? Country Titters, they'll earn a try here. A well-earned try from the Titters. After 54 points for the Gummaz was put on them. Bit of individual brilliance there from Lily Edge, the 15. They had numbers out to the left, but she chose to go directly back into traffic. And she steamrolled over some of these Murri Gummaz purple team. And she got 4 points on. It's a great effort. There's only a couple minutes left. And it looks like the Murri Gummaz purple will be moving on into day 2 undefeated. And the Country Titters will be looking for their first win. And a kick from almost the sideline. It'd be tough even without the wind. But that will bring the score line to 54 points to 4 here. Country Titters, they got off North there in the end. And the Gummaz, they're running to the line. They're ready to play. So the Titters, they're set up to receive. Gummaz looking like they'll go right. That's a big punt. It's hard to get under. Oh, they're going to have to work here. A bit of an awkward bounce. But Summer Simpson, the number 5, collects it. And the Titters, a couple are still running to get onside. It's with the 12 now, Micaiah Dodd. She's been solid in the Titters campaign. Definitely a leader, making herself known. And here's another one for the Titters. Her lock, Isabella Baker. Shifting over, no, dummies. Talia Gosling takes it herself. Gosling, straight from dummy, plays the ball. No one's there. It's collected. Collected from some passing traffic. And she offloads it, but one of the Gummaz, the cheeky thing, steals it. So that'll be a strip and a penalty earned for the Titters. I'm not sure if anyone wants to run up, so she'll take it herself. Holly Carter. Oh, that's some passion from Holly Carter. Look, she was looking for someone else to take a tap, and she said, you know what, I'll take it myself. And here goes Alira Piggott, the fullback. She's come into play. We might see a dummy. No. We'll see an early kick here from Gosling. And it's taken nicely from Bella Barrett. The fullback, the number 1. The driving force behind the Murri Gummaz purple. Over halfway now. Still going. She shifts left. The chase is on. And they'll keep going until full time, which is now. So, Murri Gummaz Purple will take the win over the Country Tiddas here on Field 1 in the girls under-16 competition. Stay tuned, there's still games kicking off at 3 p.m. and 4.